Hello everyone, my name is NewFlowerGirl, but you can call me Demi, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the final Formula 1 race of the 2022 season. It is finally finished. Now we get to wait until 2023. Yay. Fun. I cannot wait until the first race. Yeah, this was the only one that happened this weekend. So we're basically going to be talking about all the practices and the qualifying, which was already quite exciting. This one took place in Abu Dhabi at the Yas Marina Island, or the Yas Island, but it was in Yas Marina, and it's called the Yas Marina Circuit. Things had changed. Well, it's basically the same track layout as last year, but not the same as the year before that. They're like a few turns less. So yeah. We started off with some test drivers in FP1 with Felipe Drugovich, Jack Doohan, Patricia Owert, Pietro Fittipaldi, Logan Sargent, Robert Kubica, and Liam Lawson. Oh, and Robert Schwartzman. Let's not forget about him. Right, so Felipe Drugovich in the Aston Martin, Jack Doohan in the Alpine, Owert in the McLaren, Fittipaldi in the Haas, Logan Sargent in Williams, Robert Kubica in Alfa Romeo, Robert Schwartzman in the Ferrari, and Liam Lawson in the Red Bull. So yeah, Drugovich was in the place of Stroll, Doohan in the place of Alonso, Owert in the place of Lando, Fittipaldi in the place of Schumacher, Sargent in the place of Latifi, Kubica in the place of Joe, Schwartzman in the place of Sainz, and then Liam Lawson in the place of Max Verstappen. So yeah. The fastest guy was Lewis Hamilton with a 1:26.633. And George was just 0.220 seconds behind that. Most laps driven were 30 by George Russell, and least were 20 by Kevin Magnussen and Sebastian Vettel. And of course, this was the last first free practice for Sebastian Vettel. FP2, the normal drivers returned as normal. This weekend was also Formula 2. I forgot to say that. And yes, it was so weird what happened during the feature race. Like, how did that tire fall off? Just how? What happened? I mean, those things can only happen to virtuosi, really. In all honesty. FP2, didn't watch that. Couldn't be bothered. But yeah, fastest was Max Verstappen, back in the Red Bull, with a 1:25.146. And then George Russell only 0.341 behind that. Most laps were, I believe, 31 by Carlos Sainz, and least were 14 by Daniel Ricciardo. I believe he had some technical issues, I read on Twitter, but they solved it. I mean, the same was for Pato O'Ward. Pato O'Ward in FP1, where he had to get back to the pits, and then they fixed it, and then he got back out. So yeah. Yeah. That was FP1. FP2. Then we're going to go to FP3, which I didn't watch because I was at work. Fastest was Sergio Perez with a 1 minute 24.982. And here everyone drove like not that many laps. Least amount of laps was 13 by Sebastian Vettel. And the most was, I believe, 24 by Charles Leclerc. Yeah, something must have happened there, which I do not know. But yeah. Sergio Perez, 1 minute 24.982. Max Verstappen, only 0.152 behind that. And now we're going to go to qualifying, which I had to watch back. But yeah, it was not that bad. The people who got kicked out of Q1 were Nicholas Latifi, Alexander Albon, Valtteri Bottas, Pierre Gasly, and Kevin Magnussen. Yeah. They got out of Q1. And the fastest lap time was a 1 minute 24.754. Sergio Perez only 0.066 behind that. So yeah. Most laps driven here was 9 by Vettel, Tsunoda, Schumacher, Stroll, Magnussen, Gasly, Albon, and Latifi. And these laps were, I believe, 4 by Carlos Sainz. So yeah. Q2. Let's go. There, Perez was fastest with a 1 minute 24.419. People who got kicked out of Q2 were Guan Yu Zhou, Lance Stroll, Mick Schumacher, Yuki Tsunoda, and Fernando Alonso. Most laps were 9 by Lewis Hamilton. Least amount of laps were 6 by Guan Yu Zhou, Lance Stroll, Mick Schumacher, Yuki Tsunoda, Fernando Alonso, Daniel Ricciardo, Esteban Ocon, Sebastian Vettel, Lando Norris, Max Verstappen, Carlos Sainz, Charles Leclerc, and Sergio Perez. Yeah. Q3. It wants to load. Thank you. Q3. I have to say, there was like no yellow flag in here. Maybe like a little, like no one crashed or anything in qualifying, for which I'm happy. Like no damage. Least amount of laps driven was 3 by Ricciardo and Vettel. Most was 6 by Esteban Ocon, George Russell, Lewis Hamilton, Carlos Sainz, Charles Leclerc, Sergio Perez, and Max Verstappen. And Max had pole with 1 minute 23.824. Yeah. That is the pole time. Now we're going to have a look at the grid, because I just want to do that. Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez front row lockout. First time since they said it, but I can't remember what it was. Yeah. Second row was Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz. On the third row we had Lewis Hamilton and George Russell. So basically the first 3 rows are like a full team lockout. It's really interesting. Then on the 4th row we have Lando Norris and Esteban Ocon. On the 5th row, Sebastian Vettel and Fernando Alonso. On the 6th row, Yuki Tsunoda and Mick Schumacher, the 2 remaining rookies of 2021, because Nikita Mazepin has basically been kicked out of the team last year, beginning of this season. On the 7th row, Daniel Ricciardo and Lance Stroll. On the 8th row, Guan Yu Zhou and Kevin Magnussen. On the 9th row, Pierre Gasly and Valtteri Bottas. And on the last row, the Williams lockout with Albon and Latifi. So yeah. Very interesting. Now we're going to look at the race, but first we look at the retirements. We see a name which we haven't seen in quite a long time. I mean, Monza 2021 was the last time we saw him have a DNF. I'm talking about Lewis Hamilton. He had trouble shifting, and he couldn't shift anymore. Like he couldn't shift up or down, and was forced to retire. Yeah. He made it back to the pits though. So that's good. That was good. But that's not a way you want to end this. That's not a way you want to end your season. Then Fernando Alonso. He just stayed back in. He stayed into the pits, and then the guys were like on the radio, "We're gonna retire the car. Sorry about that." I still don't know what is going wrong. And then of course Nicholas Latifi. He retired as well. Funny thing, Latifi and Mick Schumacher crashed together. Flashbacks to last year. Although they were both able to continue, but Schumacher was able to continue longer than Latifi. The championships have all been decided. Unfortunately, Checo Perez didn't get second in the Drivers' Championship, but hey, that is still quite a big improvement. I don't know where he was last year in the championship. I would say an improvement, and also it's always nice to see a Ferrari there on P2. Sebastian Vettel's last race got a point, and he got voted Driver of the Day with 56% of the votes. And of course he was allowed to do some donuts. And he also got interviewed. But also overshadowing the fact that Daniel Ricciardo, Mick Schumacher and Nicholas Latifi are also out of the sport. Mainly because they couldn't find another seat or they got kicked out. Which brings me to another point. You may have heard those rumors that Logan Sargent's going to take the place of Nicholas Latifi. Well, those rumors are true. And it has happened. So, Logan Sargent had gotten the right amount of super license points to be able to get into a Formula 1 car. And, after, I believe it was like last weekend, he got those penalty points, super license points. So all he had to do was finish in the top 5 of the Formula 2 Championship. And he finished P4 in the Drivers' Championship, meaning he is allowed to be signed in a Formula 1 team. And he signed with Williams, of course. So next year we have the Williams lineup, Alexander Albon and Nicholas Latifi. I think I have it saved on my phone, like the drivers lineup. So on Instagram. So I'll quickly go up to there to tell you guys how that's gonna look next year. There we go, right here. So Red Bull unchanged, Ferrari unchanged, Alpine, Gasly and Ocon, Mercedes unchanged, McLaren, Norris and Piastri, Alfa Romeo unchanged, Haas, Kevin Magnussen and Nico Hülkenberg. They're not the biggest friends, so that's going to be fun. AlphaTauri, Nick de Vries and Tsunoda. Aston Martin, Stroll and Alonso. And then lastly, Williams with Albon and Sargent. It's going to be fun. So yeah. And also this post was made 3 days ago. and like 3 days ago on the Sunday, yeah, on the 20th. So like the 17th it was was uploaded. So like they already knew that Sargent was gonna be that Sargent was gonna drive for Williams next year. But yeah, so we're basically gonna say goodbye to Daniel Ricciardo, Sebastian Vettel, Mick Schumacher, and Nicholas Latifi. Farewell. I hope to see you guys watching on and, you know, having fun. Ricciardo isn't fully gone. He's going to be the test driver and reserve for Red Bull Racing. So, yeah, he's not fully out of a job. Yeah. The winner of this Grand Prix was Max Verstappen. Dominant stuff there. He was dominant. Yeah, was a good race. There was one moment where, like, the pit exit of the Yas Marina circuit, it is really weird. Like, it is the only one on the calendar that goes exit on this side of the track. You know, like you have the track here. I'm going to do it in opposites for you guys. So you have the track here, yeah? Then you have here the entrance. But the exit is over here. Like you go under the track. You go under the track to get to the other side, like a tunnel. And Alonso almost lost it there. Like no one actually noticed it, and I saw this little wiggle that he did, and I was like, "Ooh, is everything okay?" That was before he retired, though. Yeah, would have been weird if it was after he retired. Yeah. Yeah, Charles Leclerc second, Sergio Perez third. So basically the top three that finished the race. It's actually the top three of of the championship. But yeah. Yeah, the fastest lap went to Lando Norris on lap 44. Yeah, 1 minute 28.391. Yes. Yeah. All this time it was George Russell, but no one could get there. Pit stops. McLaren was smashing that. Like McLaren, like all their pit stops, they were like not 1 point, but they were like 2.3. Every single one of them. They were all just 2.3. That McLaren is smashing the pit stops. So yeah. But now let's look at the standings. Yeah. Ooh, we now can see the penalty points. Alright. So basically every driver currently on the grid has scored points, including Nicholas Latifi. Yes. Can't remember where he scored them. But the teams, Red Bull Racing at the top, then Ferrari second, Mercedes third. It's going to be fun finding their pit boxes. Then Alpine and then McLaren. McLaren just short. Alfa Romeo and Aston Martin are tied. So yeah, that's also fun. Then Haas in 8th, AlphaTauri in 9th, and then Williams last. Yeah. There were a lot of warnings. So like Daniel Ricciardo, Sebastian Vettel, Alexander Albon, Nick de Vries, Esteban Ocon, Guan Yu Zhou, Sergio Perez, Fernando Alonso, Yuri Vips, and Max Verstappen all got 1 warning. Now we have Gasly and Stroll with 2 warnings, Carlos Sainz with 4, and then Yuki Tsunoda with 5. And then penalty points, we all know who's at the top. Yeah, that's Pierre Gasly with 10. Charles Leclerc and Sebastian Vettel got 1. The one from Charles interesting to know, will I don't know, like, oh yeah, it will fall away on the 9th of October next year. Sebastian Vettel, his penalty point was already out, unless he comes back as like a test drive or something. His penalty point will fall away on the 10th of July next year. Perez with 2. Those 2 points will fall away on the 2nd of October next year. Then Mick Schumacher with 3 points. One of those points will fall away on the 23rd of October next year. Lando Norris with 3 points. One of those points will fall away on the 10th of July next year. Kevin Magnussen with 3 points. 2 of those points will fall away on the 8th of May, if I'm correct. January, February, March, April, May. Yes. On the 8th of May next year. George Russell with 4 points. 2 of them will fall away on the 10th of July next year. Then we have Fernando Alonso with 4 penalty points. 3 of them will fall away on the 8th of May 2023. Then Guan Yu Zhou with 4. One of those points will fall away quite soon on the 27th of March next year. Then we have Nicholas Latifi. Well, of course, his penalty points are out, really. He's got 5. One of those points will fall away on the 12th of June 2023. Then Lance Stroll with 5. 2 points will fall away on the 9th of April 2023. Esteban Ocon with 5. Oh, by the way, for Lance Stroll, 2 of those points will fall away. For Esteban Ocon, he has 5 penalty points. 2 of them will fall away on the 20th of March next year. So here's the most recent one, the one that falls away quite quickly. But then we have Max Verstappen. He's gotten 5, and 3 of them will fall away on the 5th of December this year. Yeah, his is the quickest one to come, to basically fall. So next year he'll start with 2 penalty points. Then you get Tsunoda with 6. 2 points for him will fall away on the same day as Max Verstappen's 3 penalty points. Alexander Albon with 7. 2 penalty points from him will fall away on the 27th of March 2023. Daniel Ricciardo, he's gone 8. One of them will fall away on the 26th of March 2023. And then Pierre Gasly, 2 penalty, he has gotten 10, and 2 of them will fall away on the 22nd of May 2023. So basically, he's not decided to hand in the penalty points, take a race ban, and go fresh to Alpine with no penalty points. He's decided to take them with them. That's going to be fun though, because his two of the penalty points will fall away on at the end of May. So basically, until then, he has to do nothing. Really. But yeah, we're gonna look at the calendar. We can already check it out. So yeah, the first Grand Prix, it starts on March the 5th in Bahrain. Then the 19th of March, we are going to Saudi Arabia. 2nd of April, Australia. 16th of April, China. 30th of April, Baku. 7th of May, Miami. 21st of May. Emilia-Romagna, Imola. 28th of May, Monaco. 4th of June, Barcelona. 18th of June, Canada. 2nd of July, Austria. 9th of July, Great Britain. 23rd of July, Hungary. 30th of July, Spa. And then we have a winter break. And then we go to the 27th of August, Stanford. 3rd of September, Monza. Oh, Vegas is right there. 17th of September, Singapore. 24th of September, Suzuka. 28th of October, not 28th, 8th of October, Qatar. Yes, they're going to Qatar. The 22nd of October, Kota. 29th of October, Mexico. 5th of November, Brazil. 18th of November, Las Vegas. And then the one closest to my birthday, November the 26th, Abu Dhabi. Now, we're also going to look at the calendar for the MotoGP for next year. So they're not going to start in Qatar. So, 26th of March, Portugal. 2nd of April, Argentina. 16th of April, Kota. 30th of April, Barcelona, I think. Yeah, Barcelona. 14th of May, Le Mans. 11th of June, Mugello. 18th of June, Germany, at the Sachsenring. June the 25th, the day before my dad's birthday, the TT in Assen. Then we have a new track, which is Kazakhstan. And that one will be on July the 9th. And then we have summer break. And then we go to August the 6th, UK. August the 20th, Austria. September the 3rd, Catalonia. September the 10th, San Marino. New track at September the 24th, India. Going to India. October the 1st, Japan. Yes. On my nan's birthday. Yeah. October the 15th, Indonesia. October the 22nd, Australia. Phillip Island, not Melbourne. Well, it is Melbourne, I think. No, it's Melbourne for Formula 1 and Albert Park for this. No, Albert Park is Melbourne. Phillip Island for MotoGP. Sorry for the confusion. October the 29th, Thailand. November the 12th, Malaysia. November the 19th, Qatar. And then the closest one to my birthday, November the 26th, in Valencia. So basically, before my birthday, I have 2 races to watch. Well, technically more. It depends. Like, it depends if Formula 2 and Formula 3 are going to go there. And, yeah. So basically, right now, I already have 4 races on my birthday. Before my birthday, not on my birthday. I'm still waiting to get a Formula 1 race on my birthday. So, yeah. It might be quite a while. But yeah, that's it. That's the final Aftertalk of 2022. I'll be back next year in March to catch you guys up. Actually, I'll be there on February back to catch you guys up with the latest news and the latest drama. So yeah, I hope you guys are ready for that. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, then please hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. But that's it from me for now, and I shall see you guys in another video. Bye!